Okay, let's make a quick little T-chart. How's that look, guys? And let's put solutions, and then we'll, on the other side, we'll put worthless words. Okay, so what are things that are solutions? What is a solution to, I don't know, people having children out of wedlock or before they are, ready to have children? Well, there's abortions. Abortions are contentious. Some would even say that they're bad. I would say there's something to try to avoid. If you can avoid getting pregnant in the first place, that would be a preferable option. Although, as a form of like last resort rather, that is something that is very good for keeping children out of the hands of people that are not responsible yet to have a child, or not ready yet, or just don't want a child yet, right? That is something that you can do. Is it like the nicest or the best option? Probably not. It's probably not the nicest option. You are like stopping something from maturing into a person. So, it's kind of mean, but it's not really a person yet, right? What's another solution? Someone said it. Contraceptives. So we've got contraceptives. We'll even put like down here in smaller font. That's 24. Let's go down to 16. We've got fucking condoms. That's the stuff that you put on your penis that you like roll down, and then it's like it keeps the spermies from getting out. It keeps your little boys in there, okay? Keeps the little boys in there, and as long as you put it on correctly and it doesn't break, there's like a pretty low chance that you're going to have, little guys flowing out. All right. What else do we got? We got condoms. We've got the pill. Now, the pill is a even more effective way at keeping your little dudes from being able to get into the little eggy thing. All right. It'd be much easier if you opened a WordPad. I thought that maybe I could do some, like a visual aid here. So we've got the pill. The pill is a pretty effective way at keeping people from getting pregnant. Is it 100% effective? No, there is no 100% effective way to not have children. Okay. So it's not 100%, but it's pretty close to 100%. But there are downsides to the pill. Okay. Not most people don't like taking the pill unless it's for other reasons. All right. What about vasectomy? We're getting there, buddy. We're getting there. All right. So the pill is, it like changes the hormones in women. It can lead to like weight gain, acne. I think that one of the side effects is like when they do get their period, it can be like pretty extreme. But like I'm not 1,000% sure on all of the different side effects that can come out of the pill, right? It also costs money, and a lot of poor people aren't able to get the pill, right? Let's see, what other kinds of contraceptives are there? Is a vasectomy? Wait, I actually don't know. Is a vasectomy considered a contraceptive, or is that like something else? Here, we'll say creating a pill for men. Oh, yeah. We also have IUDs. Oh, hold on. IUDs, intrauterine devices. This is not the things that soldiers stepped on in Afghanistan and Iraq. That's an IED. This is an IUD. This is something that they shove up there so that your little boys don't get into the spot where the egg is. All right. Some of them have hormones, some of them don't. But, there's the arm implants for women, but I feel weird every time I hear about a vasectomy. Yeah, I don't like the idea of that. And it's an outpatient. Did you know that a vasectomy is an outpatient procedure? Like, you just go in for like 45 minutes and then you walk out and that's it. That's fucking insane. Ugh. Just makes me want to rinse that out of my mouth. Aren't multiple companies working on a men's pill? Yeah, I think so. But like the side effects were so severe that men couldn't handle it. And so they are trying to find ones with fewer side effects. Chemical castration. I'm not going to put that. We'll put that one over here. Okay. We've got abstinence. Yeah, I guess that's like really like the only solutions that they give as a either, you know, like tie your tubes or don't have sex. All right, now we've gotten into all of the we've gotten all of like the sex-based solutions to this whole abortion issue, right? Like if you get pregnant, right, or you don't want to have a child yet, right? What are your solutions if you don't want to have a child yet? And what are worthless words of no merit or use? All right. Well, if you don't want to have a child, you can either have an abortion or you can use contraceptives. Unfortunately, the contraceptives are not 100% and they're always going to lead to, you know, either having the child or getting an abortion. All right. Telling someone who doesn't want to have children, just either get castrated, just don't fuck, right? Just masturbate, pray the baby away, or pray that you don't get pregnant. These are not solutions to the problem that we have, all right, of having a baby. Now, we have a second tier on this T list, okay? Now, this has been my, like, biggest problem with conservatives my entire life, okay? Whenever there is a problem in society, they don't really have solutions. They just say, don't do the bad thing. Not taking into account that people are probably just going to do the bad thing anyway. And now we don't have a solution to fix the problem, right? So this has been the problem my entire life, okay? When I was in high school, I would see them talk about things that they wanted to change. You know, they wanted to get rid of Obamacare. They wanted to get rid of Planned Parenthood, get rid of abortion, get rid of oh shit, what's the big thing? They want to get rid of, okay, it's Obamacare, abortion, Social Security. They want to get rid of all welfare things, right? Like they say that they want to get rid of all these things, but then they never have a replacement. They never have a replacement. That was one of the reasons why they couldn't get rid of Obamacare completely under the Trump administration, even though they had they held Congress and they held the Senate and they held the presidency. Why didn't they get rid of Obamacare? Because they didn't have some kind of replacement. They didn't have a solution to the problems that Obamacare sought to fix. Some things come with a moral price to pay. Yeah, I hope that you listen. I sleep soundly at night to the cries of all the aborted babies that happened that day. All right. But you will look out every single day at your city, at the news, at society at large, at all of the negative outcomes from taking away people's fundamental rights to like medical procedures. You'll see children being raised in abusive homes. You'll see children being raised by children who are not ready to raise children. You'll see children growing up in impoverished situations because their teenage mother wasn't able to get an abortion, so now they're living a life of fucking suffering. I sleep soundly at night to the sound of all the not yet human beings being terminated, because I know that the societal cost of not allowing that procedure to happen is pretty dire. It's pretty dire in my mind. All right. Now we have what? We have all these solutions. We have all these dumb fuck, like conservative talking points on the other side. All right. Now, what are solutions to making sure that people have the rights to an abortion? All right. One solution is Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade, not a really good, it wasn't a really good court decision. There's nothing in the Constitution that like explicitly says that we have a right to privacy. It's kind of looking at all these different things, extrapolating from all these constitutional protections that we have, that we have like a constitutional right to privacy. And through this convoluted series of understandings that we have to a right of privacy, we then on top of that create a court case that says women have a right to privacy in their medical procedures, and therefore abortion is constitutionally protected. Everybody knew that this wasn't going to stand forever. It was constantly under attack. And what did we do? Literally nothing. The answer is nothing. Nothing. We didn't do fucking anything. Very few states codified in law that their state allowed abortions. In fact, it seemed like there was much more going the opposite direction, because Republicans were smart enough and, you know, had the foresight to say, hey, you know what, if we keep on challenging this thing, it's going to get overturned eventually, because this is kind of like a sketchy thing. All we need is a majority conservative Supreme Court, and we're going to overturn Roe v. Wade. And if we can just keep on making legislation to go against it, then, well, we'll eventually get it. There were very, very few laws passed in individual states protecting, at the state level, abortion. There's no argument that the right to privacy doesn't exist. You're not understanding what I'm saying. I think that we do have a right to privacy. You're not understanding what I'm saying, Mirutzi. I'm saying that extrapolating the right to abortions out of the right to privacy was probably never going to stand. Michigan proposed to codify it so that might happen, so at least my state is doing something. Well, good. Or wait, Michigan, right? Yeah. So yeah, hopefully. But not every state is going to have this, right? So Roe v. Wade, what happened to Roe v. Wade? It's gone. Let's make that a little bit. It's gone. All right, probably. We don't know that for sure yet. Don't get too comfortable, conservatives. It might change, but probably won't, depending on what the other justices say over the next couple of months. But what are the other solutions? Well, like I've said, state level legislation. This is probably the best thing that you can do right now. If abortion is murder, why is it then up to each state to decide? Well, see, that's really fun. That's a really interesting question that you asked there, Rick. All right, Mr. Rick in Maryland. I agree. Why do conservatives want to pull it down to the state level if it's just murder? Well, that's because they don't want to just pull it down to the state level. They want to have a federal ban on abortions. They will take this to the furthest extent that they can because they're conservatives and they're fundamentally anti-life. Why do I even care about the femoid issue? Well, I think that it's really fucking god-awful that conservatives constantly try to erode people's rights and their fundamental freedoms in this country by expanding police states when they want them and not expanding them where they won't be affected by them. You know, that sort of thing really does kind of rub me the wrong way. I don't like conservatives all that much. I really hate Republicans, though, specifically. Says the person who thinks baby killing is okay. No, I don't think killing babies is, but killing a fetus, sure. Anyway, state level legislation is probably the best way for us to protect abortion rights, but there's another way. This is probably never going to happen. Federal level legislation probably will never happen. Our country is too divided. Too many people are like upsetty spaghetti about abortion. It'll just never happen. But it would be really nice to, which is why we should try to elect as many Democrats into office as possible to have some kind of, some kind of majority in both of the houses of the, of our legislative branch, you know? Like, that seems like that would be, like a really cool thing that we could do, right? Worthless words of no merit or use in terms of the solution to protecting Abortion rights. Let's have at it. Conservatives are not going to add anything. They're also going to say, just don't have sex. We've got this statement right here. This is a, hey guys, useless fucking statement. Horrible shit happen in the government, and they will always blame Democrats, even though they refuse to vote for them. Sondsol thinks adopted kids are useless. Yep, just like you, J-Elite. Just asking, but if they overturn Roe v. Wade, it doesn't ban abortion, it just sends it back to the states, right? Yeah, but that's the kind of the problem that I'm having here, right? Because, like I said, state-level legislation would be a really great way, okay? Would be a really, really great way to protect abortion rights for women. But so, like, there are so few states that actually went through the process of putting into their state-level legislation, women have the right to get an abortion here. Why isn't Biden doing anything? Well, I guess that's kind of the same here. Anyone who presents themselves as a serious political commentator, all right? Anyone who presents himself as a serious political commentator, especially on the left, okay? Especially on the left, who says that we should be blaming the Democrats for not putting more Supreme Court justices on the courts. Any political commentator that says that Joe Biden needs to make this not happen, if anybody says that Congress needs to pass federal legislation to protect abortion rights now, and then gets mad when it doesn't happen, I think that those people should be bullied into oblivion. No serious fucking political commentator could say that and be serious. Or, like, maybe they're serious. Maybe they're just incredibly uneducated. Or, let's be real, they're probably really fucking stupid. Or they could be an op, right? They could be paid by Republicans to, you know, get young liberal-minded people to not vote ever. I don't fucking know. But at the end of the day, what is the difference between someone who tells someone with the intention of, you know, getting Republicans elected, hey, don't go vote for Democrats, and someone who is a socialist telling people, hey, don't go vote for Democrats? Well, at the end of the day, what is the actual difference there? I think that we can point at all the people that told, I think that we can point the finger at all the people who were telling people, hey, don't vote for Hillary Clinton. Listen, Donald Trump is never going to be worse than Hillary Clinton, okay? Anybody who said that back in 2016, and now we're where we're at with a overwhelming majority in the courts full of conservative judges, right? I think that those people hold a lot of blame. Those people hold a lot of blame, all right? Anyone now who's saying don't vote for Democrats, even though if Roe v. Wade gets overturned, the only way that we're going to secure abortion rights in the United States is to, I don't know, pass legislation, especially at the state level. Anybody who says that we shouldn't be voting as a result of this should be bullied, I think. Yeah. Let me fix something on my desktop here really quick. But I'll take like a screen cap of this this little graph that we've made here together, right? But listen, this is like actually a pretty bad thing. It's really sad that that Roe v. Wade is being overturned. The people that are affected, it's not going to be me that's affected, right? It's going to be, you know, young women, especially teens, who aren't able to get abortions, and they're going to be forced to undergo a pregnancy that they don't want to do. It's going to be, you know, young couples who are not quite ready to have a child yet. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be people that, it's not going to be people in my exact situation. It's going to be people in worse situations than I'm in that are affected the worst by this. Tell women to spit instead of swallow. Everybody knows if you swallow cum, the baby will just grow in your stomach instead, and that'll be really uncomfortable.